has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast.
All right, into the coup de grace final hour here on Coast to Coast on a Pain-Free Friday on SportsGrid. It's matter to be on SportsGrid. We go to San Diego, where the legendary scribe Scott Miller, of course, does a lot with the New York Times. One of our favorite baseball contributors on C2C joins us from sunny Southern Cali, where my son is taking the red eye tonight back to New York City from San Diego and San Diego State, where yesterday he told me the numbers on the flight and the numbers on his new apartment next year at San Diego State. And I went for the Harry Carey rope in the garage. I didn't do it, Scott, but I was thinking about it with the bills he's given me, this kid out there. I'm going to have a stroke, one or the other. It's just awful what this kid's doing to me. He's Dean's List, but he's killing me. Just like my Pirates are killing me. Up 4-1 for Skeens in Miami, and they screwed that up. I'm having a bad couple days, Scott.
It's bound to get better. It's opening day. You know, there's optimism in the air everywhere, Scott. We're looking for better things in the next few days, right?
I'm telling you. So tell me about the Padres win yesterday against the Braves, because they were down, and it was more of the same from some of their young star players out for the Friars.
Yeah. They had a good win. They had a 4-run fourth inning yesterday. They drove out from the game early, and they came back from a couple of deficits. And it was a good win for the Padres in terms of that looks like, wants to have playoffs, and I think they do. It's legit. Fernando Tatis swiped a couple of bags, got a couple of hits. Machado swiped a bag. They produced runs. They hit. They manufactured runs with a bunt, with some steals. Really well-rounded game. Their only problem was Michael King, who they got from the Yankees in the Juan Soto trade. He didn't pitch particularly well, but again, it was his first opening day start ever. So, maybe give him a little bit of slack for butterflies. But Padres had a good game plan too, because in terms of running, the Braves had a rookie catcher, Baldwin, starting, and you could tell the Padres were like, all right, let's see what the rookie behind the plate has. And they ran with abandon.
And Jackson Merrill picked up where he left off. He had an incredible year last year, and he drove in 4 runs yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, finished second to Paul Skeens, your guy in Pittsburgh, and the Rookie of the Year in the National League. And yeah, Merrill, as you said, he got a key two RBI hit in the game. He ended up with like 3 hits. He's legit. You always wonder about a sophomore slump, but Merrill fundamentally is solid. And what I really like about him, Scott, is mentally, his head's in the right place. He works hard. Whenever you interview him, he wants to talk about his teammates before himself. He's like an old school dirt under the fingernails baseball rat. And I think that portends well for his future. I think San Diego's got a legit star on their hands. And it also is interesting. I mean, I love Jackson Chirios in Milwaukee. But interesting, sophomore year, he had 5 strikeouts yesterday to start the season. So I'm sure they'll be better for him too. But, Merrill really won yesterday.
Yeah, I thought Chirios had a nightmare day, but Austin Wells didn't. And I thought that, first catcher to hit a home run, a leadoff home run in Major League history was crazy. First time the Yankees have ever started a catcher in the leadoff spot. The guy comes out and jacks one into the seats in the short porch. And then I thought Belly had a decent debut, and they won the game. And a lot of people, I think, are, prematurely writing them off. Like, I heard a lot of people say they're not even making the playoffs this year. And I've even heard more people say that the Red Sox are East. And I'm not buying any of that.
It's funny you say that, because I did an interview today where somebody was predicting the Red Sox to win. And I'm like, hold on, let's settle down. Look, the Red Sox, what I give them credit for right now, Scott, I'm not going to pencil them to win the division yet. Let's see how they do. What I give the Red Sox credit for, and this sounds like silly, I give them credit for actually trying this year. I mean, the past 5 years, what have they been doing? They trade Mookie Betts to the Dodgers. They don't sign him.
Awful.
They try to play the Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah, terrible. They try to play the Tampa Bay Rays small money game, and that's not Boston. I mean, attendance has shrunk, and Red Sox fans have become pathetic. I mean, not only have they not won, but they haven't. It's like the ownership had lost interest and paid more attention to their soccer team than the Red Sox, and the fans started, voicing displeasure by not showing up. So, look, all credit to them for signing Alex Bregman, trading for Garrett Crochet. Nice opener yesterday, the Red Sox did. But, the road still leads through New York for my money for the American League East title. Now, Baltimore with their young talent, maybe Tampa Bay playing their analytics game can everybody again. But, yeah, I agree. The Yankees have taken a hit with Garrett Cole being out for the season. Louis Heel opening on the injured list isn't good. But, yeah, let's just chill for a minute. There's still 162 games left. Ryan Cashman has made some moves in the past to position this team to win. And, I would expect they'll do something at the trade deadline or whatever. I don't think this Yankees team we see today is the Yankees roster we're going to see on September 30th. I think there'll be some changes. They've got enough talent in the meantime to at least keep it going. I don't see anybody in that American League East that's ready to just fly by the Yankees yet.
Just real quick, I want to ask you one more, and then I got to run. Soto, he had a hit in his Mets debut, but he had runners on the corners in the ninth and struck out Hader, got him on that weak swing of his. I'm sure he didn't like the way that game ended in Houston.
Yeah. I mean, Soto, obviously, he's going to be one of the stories. He and the Mets both will be one of the stories of the year. But, especially Soto, I mean, he worried so much about all those track. Sure, family gets the suite upstairs.
Scott, I got to go. We're breaking up so bad. It's my connection with you is so bad. It's as bad as Soto's last at bat in the ninth. I love you. Thank you for coming on. I'll catch up with you again real soon. Hopefully next time we won't have any technology issues. It was burping really bad, Carver High. What I would do in that instance is blame me. That's my fault. It's like everything else. And anything, always blame Ferrall. It's easy. Remember when we used to play blame Ferrall for? It's easy. It's fun. Everyone's doing it.
It is very easy to do indeed. 2-0 Rockies, by the way, now in Tampa, and a double for Ryan McMahon just now with 2 outs. So now they have another runner in scoring position here in the top of the 5th inning down in Tampa. We'll see if they can get another hit and extend here. All right, we will come back, and I have got all of tonight's games for you, and for the final time this week,
we got
opening day, ballpark food. The last time.
One of them, I really don't like one of these you're showing today. I gagged. I had that.
This is a no good. I'm surprised that somebody would buy this at a game, but we'll show you what that is.
It's
and
really
all of
gross.
Tonight's action. And the taters for tonight. We've got those.
Friday night taters. Are you giving any?
Taters.
I think you should start on Fridays giving me a couple for Saturday and Sunday, too. What's the problem over here?
So my team didn't win this weekend, but I still did with this app that's taking over the game. Sports Millions Pick'em lets you make quick and easy predictions. Pick your favorite players, go higher or lower, and you can still win big even if your team loses. Plus, the multiplier is insane. With just a few picks, you can win big money. So get on it. They've got a welcome bonus to help you start off your winning streak.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once? Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of
15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
During the break, we did a crew vote of the future for any technological glitches or stammering or any kind of skipping or bad connections with our guests that we will now permanently blame Ferrall for all of it. It was voted 4-0. Even I voted to blame me for the interview with Scott that went astray, a foul ball heater into the upper deck, clanking some woman in the side of the head who was trying to have some of the new ballpark food. Now, I think Carver High is actually going to tap into this. Now, one of these I am a big fan of, and the other, I had the
Yeah, this is one thumbs up and one thumbs down that you're about to get here. First, I gave you, what would I give you? That big burrito, the 24-inch burrito at Arlington last week at the Ranger games. If that's not good enough for you, maybe you want to load up when you get to the ballpark tonight with a little barbecue because they got that as well. I mean, look at the spread. Look at this barbecue spread. I mean, you got to be kidding me there.
And
the big barbecue spread at Globe Life.
There's tacos. Look at that.
Yeah,
there's nachos.
Yeah, that's the way to go right there. The barbecue spread over at Globe Life. Now, I would not wash it down with this. We've seen some desserts and helmets the last week. Tiramisu, chocolate chip cookies.
Here?
But the banana bread pudding in a helmet, that is not where I want to be. There it is for you, the banana bread pudding.
Oh, my God. It looks like raw eggs under there. What is happening? Yeah. Banana pudding. I'm allergic to bananas. Listen, they use the Friar's cup, the hat, the plastic hat for the ice cream with sprinkles. Stick to that. I don't do yogurts, puddings, and gelatos and creamy things and gooey banana. What could be worse than banana pudding? Honestly, you can have it. Tell your mother to make you some banana pudding, you femme. I'm over there eating the barbecue. I'm not eating banana pudding. Give me the ice cream. That just ruined my day, that banana pudding.
Can't have it. Cannot have it. All right, tonight, let's go. Friday night. One of probably the last Fridays for a while that you won't have every team playing. That's because it is opening day, so usually the cold weather, cities, they leave today off. in case there's rain and whatnot. So you don't have everybody playing on a Friday night, but we've got several games. The Orioles are in Toronto again. They smashed them yesterday. Tonight, it'll be Kevin Gossman against the Fisherman, Charlie Morton. Jays minus 130, Orioles plus $1.10 and an 8.5.
It's got to be the Orioles again with their bats. I mean, they are just pounding the ball. And why would they stop now? Because they're seeing Gausman? Nobody's afraid of him.
Nobody's afraid of Gossman. Nobody's afraid of the Fisherman either. So maybe we can get some runs on both sides, get a little up, and away going in that one. The Pirates, unfortunately, when we got off the air yesterday, they blew that game for Skeens in the ninth inning. Bednar completely blew up, and the Fish ended up walking off the Buccos in game number 1. They'll go at it again tonight. Mitch, don't call me Helen Keller against Connor Gillespie. Buccos minus 150, plus 125 for the Fish, and an 8.5.
Well, the way I saw them vomit all over themselves yesterday, why would I bet on them today? Like, they're so pathetic. Like, and this is my team, right? Like, I got to watch this bullshack. I mean, from day one, you're up 4-1 in the ninth and you lose. Oh, my God. They suck so bad. Their owner's so pathetic. Their payroll is like $5. They couldn't beat a high school team. They're just the worst. They are. I'm not betting on them ever. That's it. I can't even do it. After I watch it, I'm watching the game yesterday, and I'm like, I literally called it. I was like, oh, here comes a hit. Oh, here they go. First and third. Here comes a winning run. Boom, done. All three things happen. Like, it just one thing after the next with this team. They never close the door or seal the deal or win. And this is why, just let's be clear, this is why every great player they get leaves. They can't get out of there fast enough because they suck. They never do anything. All they do is lose. Losing sucks. I don't care how nice your ballpark is or your food or how nice your fans are. When you lose every effing game you play, nobody wants to play there. That's it. Season over already.
Not ideal. The Red Sox are in Arlington again against the Rangers. They got the win yesterday with those couple Ibar homers. Tanner Houck against Jack Leiter tonight. Red Sox minus 115, Rangers minus 105, and an 8.5.
I may start this trend since I did already and continue it every night. I will never bet on the Boston Red Sox. Give me the Rangers. Every night I will do this the whole season. I don't care what happens. I will never bet money on them. I hate them. And in fact, I hope their locker room is robbed.
Be a lot of valuables in there if they rob the locker room. Usually the players got lots of cash or cards, whatever.
I mean, I just hope they go in there with masks on, strong arm.
The Mets are in Houston after yesterday's loss. It'll be Tyler Megill against Hunter Brown this evening. Minus 115 for the Astros, minus 105 for the Mets, and an 8.5.
I mean, the Astros are going to sweep the series. That's what's going to happen.
Not that. Astros going to sweep the series. All right. Could get that. Never know. Might get a little sweep. Let's slide one more in. Atlanta in San Diego again. Ed Petco with the soft serve ice cream. Ronaldo Lopez against Dylan Cease tonight. Padres minus 135, plus $1.15 for the Braves, and a 7.5.
It looks so automatic with Dylan Cease on the bump. I'll take the Braves. And I'll take that plus money, plus $1.15.
There was tons of runs in Arizona last night. Cubs and the Diamondbacks will do it again. Jameson shots at Tyone and Merrill Lynch Kelly. Minus 150 for the D-backs and an 8.5.
I got to go with Merrill Lynch. I got to go D-backs. Even though I got burned on gallon of milk, I'm going back to the well.
Yeah, I'm hoping for lots of long balls in that game tonight. I think we're going to get some long balls between those two guys going. We'll do taters. All right.
Want to play roulette? Here's a tip. European roulette has a lower house edge than American style. The lower the house edge, the better shot you have at winning. Most online casinos offer European roulette. So, if I were you, I'd get spinning. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
You studied the stats. You had the perfect bracket until your upsets turned into regrets. SportsGrid rides the highs and lows of every buzzer beater, bracket buster, and Cinderella story.
The Big Ten Freshman of the Year!
Our team brings you sharp insights, real-time reactions, and all the madness. Only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Carver High only likes doing the taters when he has the numbers and the money involved and the prices. Predicting home runs without the eventual outcome of money involved that we could be putting in our pocket is the key to his success. And so projections ahead of time, like on a Saturday and Sunday, are really a waste of time. So what we'll do is we'll just tell you the best games on Saturdays and Sundays, like moving forward, like next week or whatever. Like I do those on Ferrall and a Bench on the podcast, who's playing Saturday, Sunday in every sport. So you know when the games are and everything that you might want to watch. So we'll keep an eye on that in like Sunday Night Baseball, who's playing. And if there's a guy that stands out to him that he knows has done well against a pitcher, he might tell you, go to the window with that guy. You probably get a nice price, blah, blah, blah. We'll do that moving forward. But there are a few games left before you give me the taters for tonight.
The A's are in Seattle against the Mariners tonight. Jeffrey Springs against Louis Castillo. Mariners minus 135, 7.5 this evening.
I still got to go Seattle again with Castillo.
Seattle
pitching.
again. We got to get the A's one win this weekend at some point. We got to get them a win at some point.
I'll get you there Saturday or Sunday.
I hope so. We got to get them on the board. We can't get swept in Seattle to start the year. That would not be good. We got to make things so. And finally, the Tigers and the Dodgers, just after 10 o'clock East out at Chavez Ravine. Yamamoto going for the Dodgers tonight. He's already won a game this year. And Jack Flaherty, who helped the Dodgers win their World Series last October, he returns with the Tigers. He will face his old team. So minus 240 for the Dodgers. Plus 185 for the Tigers. I mean, minus 240. They're going to win every single night? I mean, honestly, they're going to win every night?
Yeah, they are. And I'll lay a run and a half with Yamamoto. He'll probably throw a no-hitter. Yeah, they are going to win every night. And what are they going to give Flaherty his ring? They're going to give him his ring and tell him they love him when he pitched for him for 2 weeks? Yeah, you phony.
Yeah, that's what they'll do tonight. They'll get involved with all of that.
You know, my favorite part last night was when they unfurled the they put up the flag up on the flagpole, and they had like Magic Johnson and Billie Jean King and all these people pulling the rope, and the flag went up to the top of flagpole, and then there was no wind at all, and it just stayed all coiled up, and it never came undone, and you never once saw it. So they just moved on to the other signage along the outfield wall with the 2024 baseball that they pulled the curtain off of. The flag never came off the flagpole. It was great. We never saw it once. It was awesome not seeing it. Screw them.
Can't have it. I don't need to watch all the celebrities sending the flag up for the Dodgers World Championship because I'm too concerned about
seeing Mary Hart in the front row. I'm going to barf.
I don't need it. I'm more concerned about the taters tonight. Taters tonight is what concerns me more than some celebrities raising a banner at Chavez Ravine. Let's go a little Friday night six-pack for us here to get things going. I'm going to start in San Diego. Lopez is on the mound for the Braves. I was watching Tatis yesterday. He just missed one. He almost had it right out. And you know what? I'm going back to him here tonight, especially since he's still in the fours. Plus 420 for Fernando Tatis Jr. Get his first of the year. He said he's feeling good, the healthiest he's felt in years. We'll get it going with Tatis tonight. Next, Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros. I know a lot of people going for Alonso tonight, or they're going for Soto, I'm going for Vientos tonight at plus 5 bills. I'm going to take a shot there. He's a guy who might have the most homers on a Mets this year. Maybe not Alonso, maybe not Soto. Vientos has been great, so we're going to go with him for 5-1. Next, Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers tonight. I think he joins the party. 7 for 19 with a homer off of Flaherty in his career. Plus 550 for Freddie tonight. Let's go. You want more history? How about Adolis Garcia against Tanner Houck? 4 for 7 with 2 home runs, and you get into fives plus 550. Let's go. Colton Cowser has homered off of Kevin Gausman in his career. Good number for him at plus 560. And I like a lot of guys in this Arizona Cub game tonight. Suarez has great numbers off Taillon.
There's your boy.
I'm taking Josh Naylor to hit his first as a Diamondback, plus 630. I like Marte in that game. I like Happ in that game. I think there'll be a lot of homers in Cubs-Diamondbacks tonight.
That is
there you
awesome.
Go.
The taters are just delicious. Everybody loves taters.
Want to play roulette? Here's a tip. European roulette has a lower house edge than American style. The lower the house edge, the better shot you have at winning. Most online casinos offer European roulette. So, if I were you, I'd get spinning. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
You studied the stats. You had the perfect bracket until your upsets turned into regrets. SportsGrid rides the highs and lows of every buzzer beater, bracket buster, and Cinderella story.
The Big Ten Freshman of the Year!
Our team brings you sharp insights, real-time reactions, and all the madness. Only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
right, NBA rack now.
Yeah, why don't we start with what Memphis did today? Of course, they fired head coach Taylor Jenkins. That's with 9 games to go in the season. They're sitting right now. They've been in the mix all year in the Western Conference. They come into tonight sitting in the 5th spot, so they have dropped a little bit. They're 5-5 in their last 10, but the team, of course, deciding to go in another direction, getting a spark down the stretch.
Well, listen,
thoughts, guys?
Mike, first of all, they won one game against a team over 500 in the last month. One game. Second of all, I think Taylor Jenkins will, in the offseason, get a job in the NBA in 5 minutes. He'll be the first guy hired. He's a good coach. And they obviously had started being average, which is what they are. I've told you this for 2 months. They don't matter anymore. I've said, Memphis is not in the mix anymore in this conversation in the West. They're a team that you can beat. Their problems started when Jaren Jackson Jr. went down, and then Ja hasn't been playing, and they got Baines shoving teammates. The guys lost control of the team. They don't win anymore, and they don't matter. They're done. Put a fork in them. So that's why they fired him. And I still think he'll get a job in 5 minutes. They recycle coaches in the NBA like people do bottled water. So believe me, he's getting another job. I've already heard he's going to be at the head of the list.
It would not surprise me either. Look, when you guy has a record that he has over the last couple of years with Memphis, these guys all get second and third chances to be head coaches.
Chances.
So 6 chances sometimes, yes. So I would not be surprised if he gets another bite at the apple, which he will. The Grizz did lose to the Thunder by 21 last night. OKC won their 61st game. That is a new team record for them. The game of the night, though, was in Chicago, where the Bulls beat the Lakers 119-117. Now, here's the last. This is everything that happened. The 12 seconds. There was a lot that happened in the last 12 seconds of this game, and it's a lot of fun. Chicago Sportsnet. Bulls beat the Lakers. Let's hear it. Okay. We're gonna have to find that one. My goodness.
The Phil.
That's
God.
the clip.
All right, so here's what happened. Here's what happened. Giddy brought the ball up from half court, let it fly, and he knocked it down. Lights out. Game over. And I took him outright. And who needs 4 when you go outright?
Yeah, and look, they were down. With whatever it was, you had the 3 in the corner, and then LeBron threw the ball away. And Kobe
terrible.
White hit a 3 that put him up 1. Reeves makes a bucket at the other end with a couple seconds to go. And then the Giddy half.
Did people talk bad about LeBron all day because he threw the ball away on the inbounds pass and that's stolen? He's the worst player in the world and a horrible human being and a horrible father and he's a backstabber and he talks bad about people and he's a scumbag and everything else. Did that happen today too? And then he didn't go to Kobe's funeral and he didn't go to D. Wade's Hall of Fame induction in Springfield. Did all that get brought up again today because he's such a horrible person? In this femmy-ass back and forth bullshit between this guy and ESPN. Has it ended yet? I want to honestly jump in a river. I can't take it anymore. I can't even watch the channel anymore. Girly Man TV. That's what it is. Girly Man TV. You got to watch SportsGrid for some badass stuff over here.
You do indeed have to do that. I would not be able to tell you if any of that happened today. Definitely was not.
I'm sure it did.
On my radar. Cavs beat the Spurs 124-116. Mavs beat the Magic. Pacers beat the Pacers scored 162 points.
What?
162 points last night.
That's a record this year.
So, yes, that is the record this year. And nice effort by the Wizards. With 109. Heat beat the Hawks. Rockets beat the Jazz. The Rockets have won 11 of their last 12. They have been on fire recently. Bad news for the Jazz. Jordan
It
Clarkson
doesn't matter.
done for the
It doesn't
season
even matter.
after a foot procedure for plantar
That brother
fasciitis.
wants out of Utah worse than anyone. Like, he would, honestly, he'd play in Singapore to get out of there.
He probably would. And I missed on Portland last night. The Kings did beat them by 21, 128 to 107. Adam Silver had a big press conference yesterday. It was really about that European League. With FIBA, they're taking steps towards running Europe. I guess they want to run the world instead of worrying about their own house. But he did have a couple things to say. He was asked about expansion, says the league needs to, quote, digest the Celtics pending sale before they. What that means is in Portuguese.
What's there to digest?
Well, what's to digest is that once they approve it and get the final number, that means that, which is going to be, what did we say, like $6 billion or something like that?
$1 billion.
So once they get that number, they can then, instead of what they were originally going to charge Seattle or Vegas or whoever, then they can go to them and say, oh, by the way, now that we sold our last team for $6 billion, we're going to charge you.
You got to pay more.
We're going to charge you. We're going to pay you more. So that's why they're digesting the Celtics deal, because they want to extract more money out of whatever city is going to get the next team. And he also said, and I got to tell you, I was stunned because this guy never says he does anything wrong. He's the greatest guy in the world, Adam Silver. He said that the All-Star game format this year was a miss. No kidding. I mean, honestly, of course it was a miss. I mean, it was the worst All-Star weekend
It always
ever.
is.
It was a miss. No kidding.
Where's Mac McClung when you need him?
Where's Mac? Yeah, where's Big Mac? And finally, with the more Euro stuff. I mean, honestly, Luka Doncic and Wembanyama may square off this summer. Slovenia and France were placed in the same group for the Euro basketball tournament. I'll just say this quickly, because I know that everybody, I'm sure they care about over there and they want their people to play. If I'm the NBA owner that's going to give Luka Doncic, $400 million, and this Wembanyama is going to eventually make $400 million, and he's not playing this year for his ailments, Luka's always banged up. He could use 3 months off when the season's over.
Don't play in the Euros.
We need him running around. Olympics, fine. Give the guys a break. They want to win a gold medal for their country. I completely understand it. Whatever the hell the Eurobasket tournament is, I'm sorry. If I'm an owner, I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're hurt all the time. Can we sit that out and get ready for October? We sit out the Eurobasket tournament.
I don't think they listen to their bosses.
They don't. They run the league. The players run the NBA. It's not the owners
don't listen to anybody.
The players run the NBA. So that's how that probably won't happen. We have lots of games tonight. Let's try to sneak one or two in here before we go to the break.
All right.
And then we'll move on from there. And we'll start with a good one, actually. Detroit has Cleveland coming to town tonight. Cavs -6.5 on the road, 231.5 the total.
I like Cleveland to win and Detroit to cover the number. I think it'll be a great game.
I think it'll be a great game also. The Clippers, of course, smashed the Knicks in the second half the other night. They got to spend a day off in New York City. And now they get to cross the river and go to the Barclays Center. Harden back in town. -12.5 for the Clippers, 213.5.
Spank. They're going to spank them.
Yeah, I agree. They probably are going to spank them. Charlotte is in Toronto. Friends and family only. By the way, I just saw this come across. Ball done for the year. He's not going to play in these last 10 games.
Toronto automatic.
Ball, he's got some other ailment. -5.5 for Toronto and a 214.5. I've got 4 other games. I will give you those when we come back. And I will also get in the hockey. A lot of big games in that Eastern Conference playoff race tonight in hockey.
Want to play roulette? Here's a tip. European roulette has a lower house edge than American style. The lower the house edge, the better shot you have at winning. Most online casinos offer European roulette. So, if I were you, I'd get spinning. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
You studied the stats. You had the perfect bracket until your upsets turned into regrets. SportsGrid rides the highs and lows of every buzzer beater, bracket buster, and Cinderella story.
The Big Ten Freshman of the Year!
Our team brings you sharp insights, real-time reactions, and all the madness. Only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
I'm watching this. Maryland leads South Carolina by 2.5. I can't get to the men's Sweet 16 fast enough. Honestly, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't personally take it anymore.
Let me tell you, they're in a rain delay or lightning delay at the golf. I go watch the raindrops hitting the green on the 18 at Houston before I'd watch that. So that's I'd rather watch the rain delay in Houston than get involved there. 2-0 Rockies still. I have that behind the Rockies on. Bottom of the 7th here in Tampa at Steinbrenner Field. All right, 4 other games tonight. The Knicks are in Milwaukee against the Bucks. The Knicks are light on point guards this evening. We know that they don't have Brunson. He's been out. But now Cameron Payne's got a sprained ankle. Deuce McBride has a groin injury. So you have all of that cooking. You're going to get a lot of Kolek tonight for the Knicks. They're going to get a lot of burn for Kolek as the point guard. Bucks minus 1.5. 218.5 is the total. I think
I'm on the Bucks.
You're on the Bucks?
No, I'm on the Bucks
tonight.
Yeah.
Now this could be the first round playoff matchup. As of right, I think if the season ended today, this is what you would get, Knicks and Bucks. I'm assuming the Knicks would have Brunson back by then, or at least a couple of their point guards.
Knicks will win the series. They're not winning tonight.
Suns are in Minnesota against the Timberwolves, minus 7.5 for Minnie, 224.5 the total.
T-Wolves, did you see the Suns against the Celtics? Would they lose by 80?
Yeah, Smash City. Smash City for them. So not a good scene whatsoever for them. The Warriors are in New Orleans tonight against the Pelicans. Right now, minus 15.5.
Yeah.
225.5 the total. So the 15.5 to me, Scotty says, Curry's coming back tonight. That's what the 15.5 means.
Yeah, I still don't like him to cover that. I got 16 with the Pels at the smoothie. McCollum, etc. That number's too much, too many sticks. I think frankly, the Warriors are going to be bored to death being there. You might as well go to dinner.
Like you say, at this point of the season, these teams, especially when it's a game like this, they just care about winning. They don't exactly care about how they win the game. They
What
just
was
want to
one
make
place
sure
I
they
went?
walk out
Mr.
of there.
B's. Go to Mr. B's for dinner. Forget that game.
And if you want some more heavy lumber, the Nuggets are laying 18.5 to the Jazz tonight. 240.5 the total. Look out.
How many are they laying? 18.5?
18.5.
Yeah, the game's in Denver. I think this is a 25-point whack job.
Beat him up. That's for sure. Rays have something cooking, by the way. Second and third, nobody out. And the Rocky bullpen is getting fired up down at Steinbrenner Field. They did score a run. There you go. They've got one in now as they continue to cook. How about, there you go. That's your night in the NBA. Everybody's very excited. We'll get to the playoffs already, and everybody will be even more excited. Let's now get to hockey.
Everybody loves
for
hockey
you this evening. Quickly, a few things. Everybody who's in the race for the second wild card in the East, they don't want it. They lose every night. The Habs lost last night to the Flyers after firing Tortorella. You had the Detroit lose last night. The Islanders lost the other night. Nobody wants the spot. So we got a bunch of them playing again tonight. We'll see what happens. Two other things. I thought that was really cool of Ovi last night to bring all the Caps back on the ice after the game. Most of them were down the tunnel, and Ovi said, "Come back here." And they all lined up and they shook hands with Flower after the game. Nice job by Ovi. Big sign of respect.
Classy move, and to get everybody these guys don't want to listen to anybody, but they listened to him, and they came back out on the ice and they all shook Flower's hand. Flower's a legend. Going into the Hall of Fame, he's a badass. He was a great goalie for the Penguins, and he's been good everywhere else as well. He's still good. It's just unbelievable.
It really is. Also in the record book department, despite the Penguins losing to the Sabres 7-3, I mean, God.
I told
Sidney
you they'd lose.
Crosby now the only player in NHL history with 20 seasons averaging a point per game. He has done it every year that he has been in the National Hockey League. That's more than Gretzky. Gretzky had 19. Now Crosby with 20. So he got Gretzky in something, Scotty, right there. Points per game season. He got him in that.
It's truly remarkable. There's nothing else to say.
There really isn't. Nice job by Sid the Kid. And the Blues now have a 5-point cushion for the last spot in the West after they beat Nashville last night. The Blues are on fire. All right, let's go tonight. We'll start in Sunrise where Utah is in town for the Panthers. And how about this? The Panthers will get Brad Marchand in the lineup for the first time since that trade at the deadline. Thought it wasn't going to be until the playoffs. He's back. He's ready. He's going to get 10 games with them before the playoff push. Minus 250.
Late a goal and a half. They're going to kill him. Yeah. Marchand's big opening night. I mean, this is all going to unravel for the Utah real quick.
Habs, after losing in Philly, are in Carolina tonight. They're getting heavy lumber. Minus 380 now for the Canes. Plus 290 for the Habs.
Jesus, I'll puck line this too. Canes.
The Canucks are in Columbus. Columbus needs a win badly at home. They're minus 140, plus 120 for Vancouver, a 5.5.
Columbus never loses at home. Give me the Sports Jackets.
I'm on the Jackets, too. The Devils and the Jets in Ferrellapeg, minus 190 for Winnipeg, plus 160 for the Devils, and a 5.5.
I'm going to lay the goal and a half and get a $140 with the Jets here, and it'll happen.
Vegas is in Chicago tonight against the Blackhawks, and they're going to smash them. They're minus 340 on the road, 6.5 the total.
Again, I'll lay the 0.5. I think they're going to kill the Blackhawks on the west side.
And finally, the Rangers also need every point they can get. They're at the Duck Pond tonight, minus 160 road favorites against Anaheim.
Oh, they'll puke here on the pond, all over the lily pads. Give me the Ducks. They won for me the other night. They beat the Bruins. Give me the lily pads.
I like the Ducks, too.
Want to play roulette? Here's a tip. European roulette has a lower house edge than American style. The lower the house edge, the better shot you have at winning. Most online casinos offer European roulette. So, if I were you, I'd get spinning. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
You studied the stats. You had the perfect bracket until your upsets turned into regrets. SportsGrid rides the highs and lows of every buzzer beater, bracket buster, and Cinderella story.
The Big Ten Freshman of the Year!
Our team brings you sharp insights, real-time reactions, and all the madness. Only on SportsGrid.
Two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once? Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Let's talk college football transfer with Rich Sermonello.
Hey, Scott, college basketball's transfer portal has officially opened up this week. I'm going to go back to college football. A lot of activity since last fall. That'll continue when the second window opens up. But I want to touch on the offense today. 4 players that you really should watch out for this spring in terms of spring football and the transfer portal. Going to begin at quarterback with John Mateer, former Washington State quarterback, now at Oklahoma. At Wazoo last year, Scott, he combined for 44 touchdowns, 29 through the air, 15 on the ground. He might be exactly what Oklahoma and Brent Venables needs right now. Sooners, 2 of the last 3 years, 6 and 7. That 10-3 season, led by a transfer quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, a couple of years ago. They need Mateer to be the kind of gritty leader that Oklahoma needs. The offense was horrible last year. They had a revolving door behind center. I think John Mateer could be exactly what Oklahoma needs, kind of a poor man's Baker Mayfield in terms of his style of play. Now, keeping it at quarterback might not be the best transfer quarterback, but I think it's the most fascinating story, which is Carson Beck, former Georgia quarterback, now at Miami. Miami caught lightning in a bottle last year, getting Cam Ward, who could be the top overall draft choice from Washington State. Now it's Carson Beck. And, you know, I just think there are so many interesting storylines here. Is he fully healthy from the UCL injury that he suffered in last year's SEC title game? There's a lot of controversy in terms of, you know, should he have left Georgia? Better competition, better exposure in terms of the NFL draft to go to Miami. And he has a lot to prove, 12 interceptions last year. So, you know, this time last year, Carson Beck was a front runner for the Heisman, was a front runner to be the number 1 overall pick. Now he's at Miami. It's going to be very interesting watching his development 2025. Now, running back, Mekhi Hughes from Tulane, now at Oregon. Love this kid, over 2,800 yards over the past 2 seasons. Oregon has built its offensive line through the portal. I think he's going to run for over 1,000 yards. Best back out of the portal. Wide receiver, lots of great candidates. You got Eric Singleton going from Georgia Tech to Auburn. You have Zach Branch going from USC to Georgia. But the guy to watch out for this year is Nick Anderson, former Oklahoma wide receiver, now at LSU, missed all of last season. But when we saw him in a full season in 2023, Scott, true freshman, 10 touchdowns on just 38 receptions. So lots of offensive weapons. We'll turn it over to defense next week in the transfer portal.
Great stuff, Rich. I want to say at least, Cam Ward's going number one. He went to Miami. This guy's going to Miami, and he's going to get drafted in the NFL as sure as I'm sitting here. Everybody loves leftovers.
They certainly do. By the way, 2-2 now, Rays and the Rockies in Tampa at Steinbrenner Field. So the Rays have gotten a couple runs. They have the bases loaded with one out here, too, as they're looking to take the lead. And that was a foul ball. They almost just did. Deion Sanders' new $54 million extension through 2029 at Colorado with the Buffaloes. Also in the extension department, I just saw John Harbaugh with the Ravens just got a new 3 years added onto his deal. For them. So congrats to him.
With
Speaking
all those
of the
Super
NFL,
Bowls they're winning in Baltimore,
Super Bowls they're winning. People around the NFL feel that Aaron Rodgers may take the 2025 season off. Honestly, you mean take it off and then play next year?
I think he's secretly negotiating with the Vikings. That's what I think. He's not doing a deal with this
take
team.
the season off. What do they think? He's going to take a season off and then come back and play again?
When he's 42.
After that? Get lost here. And finally, former Tennessee football coach Jeremy Pruitt, he sues the NCAA. He claims $100 million in lost wages over his firing for recruiting.
Well, this is what happens when you get fired. He doesn't have another job, and he's not making any money because he doesn't have another job, and he got fired for illegal recruiting. So he's going to lose. He's going to lose. For a finish, a Florida woman arrested after her 2-year-old daughter was found high tweaking on meth. She got into mommy's meth. 8 men allegedly operated an illegal gambling den out of a Long Island deli. Wait a minute. Isn't every deli in Long Island being run with a gambling operation out of the back of it? GTD is next, and then Bracket Central all night on SportsGrid. Get my app, search Ferrall, you'll love it. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy all the games and everything in sports. We'll see you Monday on Coast to Coast.
Here's a tip. Some machines and online games have higher average payouts than others. Want to try to maximize your odds? Well, do some research online to find games which have the highest RTP or return to player percentage. So now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rim. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
Just a little flyer. Couple of
15.5 point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8.